declaring right now, Boots gonna be undisputed at 154 pounds. Undisputed, man. Ain't nobody gonna touch him. Man, you see him get touched last night on that chinny chin. He got smacked. Bam! Did you see how I react, though?
Hopefully, Vergil Ortiz gets his business done with Erickson Lubin. You can come back and have Vergil Ortiz versus Jaron Ennis.
100 times. We sat in a room with Oscar De La Hoya and Eric Gomez, DAZN, the top executives, and we negotiated a deal to fight Vergil Ortiz.
I did my part. That's that's what I want next. And or the winner of him and Lubin or any of the guys with the champion with the belts. I'm on tour, so I'm ready to collect these belts and shut everybody up.
I mean, even I've been wondering. Let's see what happens in that fight. 147, now 147, 154, and I'm excited to be a part of big fights like that everyone wants to watch.
We all know Boots doesn't want to fight Virgil. I mean, that's what happened, right? We called them out. We had a fight, and then they backtracked. So until I see something on paper that Boots wants to fight Virgil, then I'll believe it.
After knocking out Usima Lima in the first round, Jaron Ennis faces Vergil Ortiz. Jaron Ennis set his sights on the top of the 154-pound class right away. He told the 1-5 for division what was on his mind and said he wants to fight Vergil Ortiz next, and challenged all the champions and top rivals, including Jermel Charlo, Israel Madrimov, Bakram Murtazaliev, and Sebastian Fundora. It was clear what he meant. He wants a belt and is ready to fight anyone to show that he is the best junior middleweight. It will happen next, said Jaron Ennis. After this, I want to see Vergil Ortiz. Ver can come next if we can't get her. It can be Fundora, Bakram, or Zayas. Anyone at 154 can have it. Hearn then said that Jaron Ennis was the future of boxing and would be a future pound-for-pound winner. He said Ennis has only been fighting at 50 to 60% of his full strength and that no one between 154 and 168 pounds can beat him. Hearn specifically brought up a fight with Vergil Ortiz, saying that he was sure Ennis would beat Ortiz and predicted that Ennis would be the best boxer for 8 to 10 years. Eddie Hearn said that this is how boxing will go in the future. He has the most weight of anyone in the running. At 154, no one can beat this guy. Because of Erickson Lubin, Vergil Ortiz will be wiped out. I'm sure of it. You've had 8 to 10 years of greatness from him. Eddie Hearn reaffirmed Jaron Ennis's huge global demand at the news conference after the fight. He also said that they had gotten substantial financial offers from Saudi Arabia to hold future fights. He did say, though, that Jaron Ennis really wants to have his biggest fights in the United States. Hearn said that a deal for the Vergil Ortiz super fight has already been totally talked over and agreed upon with Golden Boy Promotions. They are ready to make it happen.
Had some incredible offers from Saudi Arabia, and that's definitely something we'll look at in the future. But I know Boots wants to bring big fights to America as well, and that's really important to him. Look, I've said it 10 times, 100 times. We sat in a room with Oscar De La Hoya and Eric Gomez, DAZN, the top executives, and we negotiated a deal to fight Vergil Ortiz. We all agreed, let's do it.
In the same way, Ennis said that Jaron Ennis is always changing and getting better at beating everyone. Ennis said he is committed to always getting better and that he learns from everyone and tries to get better at all parts of fighting. The most important thing for him is to keep listening to his peers and corner to get better.
Well, Boots always been better at everything. Nothing changes. It's according to who he's fighting. You know what I mean? If you see him fighting somebody like Virgil or the top guys, you'll see him go to another level, man. You know what I mean? It's who's in front of him. If he found out the guy can't punch, the guy's nothing, he get in there and play with him. But I told him to make a statement tonight. I said, make a statement, go out there and take this boy out. And he did what I told him to do.
I'm always gonna get better and improve at any aspect of the boxing game. So that's my goal, to keep getting better and get better, and to keep listening to my team, my corner, and things like that.
Eddie Hearn also said Jaron Ennis would easily win the 154-pound and 168-pound weight classes. Ennis doesn't want to gain too much weight. Instead, he wants to win all of the world titles at 154 pounds and become the undisputed king. Hearn wants Ennis to become a 3 or 4 division world champion who can't be beat. This would solidify his status as a real great of the sport.
I think this is prime 54. 60 is going to be no problem. 68 starts to become, but you know, true greats like him only get beat or get competitive when they go too far in weight. Do you know what I mean? So we don't really need to do that. What we need to do is rack up all the belts at 54. I want him to become a 3-division undisputed champion. We couldn't become undisputed at 47, but we unified. So that's great. But 3-4 division champion. We've got undisputed is a beautiful thing. And when we say about belts matter, undisputed matters to him. That's important.
Oscar de la Hoya told Ennis' opponent for the night, Jaron Boots, that there was only one name that counted for him at 154 pounds, and that was Vergil Ortiz. Labeling him made it clear that he wanted to fight and set it up as Ennis' only big task. In the same way, Oscar de la Hoya said that Jaron Boots Ennis refused to fight Vergil Ortiz. He said that Ennis' team later changed their minds and stopped negotiating after an initial public call-out. De la Hoya said he would believe the fight when he saw the signed deal. He really thinks that Vergil Ortiz is the best boxer in his class.
So we all know Boots doesn't want to fight Virgil. I mean, that's what happened, right? We called him out. We had a fight, and then they backtracked. So until I see something on paper that Boots wants to fight Virgil, then I'll believe it.
Why do you think he doesn't want to fight him?
Because we had everybody was calling each other out, and then all of a sudden they pulled off the Virgil train. So I mean, who knows what the reasons are, but look, Virgil's the man at 154. That's the bottom line. So.
Moving on, Jaron said he had done what he could to get the fight with Vergil Ortiz and made it clear that he wanted Ortiz to be the next partner. He also said he was ready to fight any top opponent, even the winner of the Virgil vs. Lubin match or another title. His main goal is to get all of these belts and start everything.
You're always quite reserved, you never really like to call people out, be disrespectful, etc. I caught up with Vergil Ortiz a month or so ago. We know that Eddie said they spoke to Golden Boy, Eric Gomez, everything had kind of been agreed, and then it went quiet. Do you see yourself getting that fight next?
I did my part. That's what I want next. Or the winner of him and Lubin, or any of the guys to the champion with the belts. I'm on tour, so I'm ready to collect these belts and shut everybody up.
Virgil, the name that you want first, sir?
For sure.
The Wade Idea also said that a fight between Jaron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz would be the biggest fight that could happen in American boxing right now. He said that both of the fighters dodged the fight at 147 pounds. The conditions are right for it to happen today, though. At 154 pounds, he thought that Ennis and Ortiz were the bad guys in the division. Elite feared fights between people whose paths would soon cross.
Hopefully, Vergil Ortiz gets his business done with Erickson Lubin. You can come back and have Vergil Ortiz versus Jaron Ennis. And that be a showdown because they wanted it at 147. Both guys said that both guys didn't want the fight. Now we can potentially get the fight. And if you can't do that, then Boots got on the mic and him and Eddie Hearn both said they want Vergil Ortiz, which is probably one of, if not the biggest fights you can make in American boxing right now, let's be honest. I know that neither of them hold the belt, but these two guys are looked at as if they're going to stay at 54, which may not be the case. I think both guys will end up going up to 160, maybe even 168. But for now, kind of the boogeyman at this weight class. So, of course, that would be an insane fight.
But Vergil Ortiz said that a fight with Jaron Boots Ennis would be a great choice for his next fight. He said that everyone, including himself, has been interested in the fight. Ortiz looked very happy to be a part of such a big event. It was clear that he wanted to fight.
That's a great fight that could happen, and I mean, I want it to happen. That's a fight that I think that needs an answer, because everyone's been. I mean, even I've been, wondering. Let's see what happens in that fight. 147, now 147, 154, and I'm excited to be a part of big fights like that everyone wants to watch. So it's a yes for me.
Ortiz also showed respect for Erickson Lubin by not thinking less of him. He is confident in his own skills and doesn't mind losing. But what worries him most is Lubin's attitude. He thought Lubin's career was at a turning point and that another loss would be terrible. Because he has nothing to lose, Lubin is a scary and driven live dog. Ortiz learned that he needs to stay alert and careful so that he doesn't get caught off guard by a competitor who is hungry and stuck.
What has you most concerned about him as you go into the fight, and what do you feel best about your skill set versus his in the fight?
I wouldn't say I'm concerned about anything, but I think what we have to look out for is that I feel like he's at a turning point in his career. He's had 2 losses. He can't really lose anymore. You know, he wants to get a world title fight. He wants my belt. He wants his rematch with Fundora. His time's ticking for him. You know, he's about to turn 30 if he's not 30 already. And we need to watch out for a live dog that's on his last, that's backed into a corner. You know what I mean? So you just got to be careful about that.
After his last fight with Lima, Timothy Bradley said something very bold. He said that Jaron Ennis would become the undisputed 154-pound king. He used a scene from the last fight where Ennis was hit hard to back up his point of view. Bradley said that he didn't back down. Instead, he stayed strong, took the hit, and then fired back with even stronger and more controlled combos. Bradley thinks that the fact that he stays calm in tough situations is the final proof that no one can beat him at junior middleweight.
Declaring right now, Boots gonna be undisputed at 154 pounds. Undisputed, man. Ain't nobody gonna touch him. Man, you see him get touched last night on that chinny chin. He got smacked. Bam! Did you see how I react though? That's the thing. That's the difference. Some people they get hit and then they like, ooh, oh my, let me get out the way. He was like, oh, that's all you got? That's all. Now take mine. Boom, come back with his big bang, right? Then the follow-up combination was clean. They wasn't reckless and stuff, all under control. See, that's what I'm talking about, Boots. Yeah.
Bernie Thaw thinks that Jaron Ennis should fight real, skilled 50-50 fighters who can really test him and bring out the best in him. He named Israel Madrimov, Sebastian Fundora, and Vergil Ortiz as 3 opponents to fit this definition. Custer stressed that Ennis should choose this road to show how good he is. At the end, he told Dennis' team very strongly not to go after the new WBA champion.
Where we perceive 50-50 fights or talented fighters that can actually bring out the best in him, so I think that Backroom would do that, Fundora and them would do that, Vergil Ortiz would do that. I think those are the roads that he should be trying to climb. That's the road I would be trying to take. I hope to God that out of all this talking that they did, that they do not focus on the guy they just moved up to the WBA champion.
Abbas?
Yes, I hope they do not go that route.
Barao, the WBA king, didn't hold back. He said that Jaron Ennis was a great fighter with a lot of promise. He said that he was ready to fight with Ennis. Barao said that he is ready and willing to make this a great career path, but that his choice will rest on what his team decides.
No, I mean, yeah, I watched the fight. He's a phenomenal fighter, great talent, I would love to test myself against the best, and I'll be down for a fight like this. It depends like what road they pursue, but I'm willing to fight Boots. He's a great skilled fighter. Like I said, I love to be in the ring with the best, and this belt has put me in this position. We have great options, and I'm looking forward to make a great fight night again.
Richardson Hitchens also said good things about Ennis's showing in the 154-pound class. When asked what Ennis's next fight would be, Hitchens suggested 2 interesting choices. He could fight either the winner of the Vergil Ortiz versus Erickson Lubin fight or Sebastian Fundora. About his own career, Hitchens has said that he will be back early next year to protect his world title in a big fight.
All right, super quick, we just witnessed a destruction by Jaron Ennis. What do you think?
I think that was a great introduction to 154. His pride will carry, and he did his thing. So, congrats to Boots.
What do you think is next for Boots Ennis? I mean, what options are there at 154 in your mind for him?
I want to see him fight either the winner of Virgil and Erickson Lubin, or maybe like Fundora or somebody. That'll be a good fight.
And what about for yourself?
I'm back top of next year, defending my world title in a big fight.
At the same time, Eddie Hearn made a big plan for Jaron Ennis. He said Ennis would beat all the best 154-pound opponents in 6 rounds. His goal for Ennis is for him to first unify and, if possible, go unbeaten at junior middleweight. Then they'll move on to the 160-pound class and fight the best fighters at 168 pounds. Get rid of anyone that is in the way.
That's right. Inside secret. For sure. Come on, we're going to destroy him.
Yes, yes.
And then. I know there's a few cameras. Say what we're going to do. We're going to unify at 54, at least. Right? Hopefully undisputed. Then we're gonna go at 60. Yeah. And then we deal with that other fella.
Yeah.
He's still hanging around. We'll deal with him as well.
They in the way.
We'll deal with him as well.
In the same way, Bozy said that Jaron's public calls out of all the top fighters put pressure on the whole class. The final goal is to win a world title, but Bozy said that a fight with Vergil Ortiz is the most important thing right now because they have to keep a promise. He went on to say that the boxing world had not seen anything yet and that Jaron is a much more dangerous fighter at 154 pounds after fighting for a long time at 147 pounds.
I told him not to go out there and play around. Go out there and make a statement. He made the statement. He did. Now the pressure on everybody's fan's mind is going to be what name is next. We wait. You heard what he said in the ring? Call out everybody. All right, there you go. Ideally, we don't care. We want whoever got them belts. Virgil got to get past Lupin. That's what he got to get past Lupin.
But there was an agreement already made, supposedly.
Hey, if he don't get past Lupin, what about who we gonna fight him for?
Is Virgil style tailor-made for Boots?
All the styles tailor-made for Boots. But like I said, y'all didn't see nothing yet, man. You know what I mean? I told you don't goddamn play. Make a mistake, like I told you.
Much better at 154, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, hell of a He had 147 for what? 10 years, man. 10 years. It was about time. Only 28. About time to move on.
Showbiz says that he said that fighters are too afraid to call each other. He praised famous people like Floyd Mayweather, who held public challenges against all the best boxers. He said that Jaron Ennis has become more direct and aggressive, which has made the whole division aware of the situation. He made it clear that the fight with Vergil Ortiz was official and warned other fighters, which seems to mean that Ennis can no longer avoid being called out.
Let me tell you the problem Boots had that needs to effing stop when it comes to combat sports. Fighters feel, let me not name the name because they think I'm clout chasing, I don't need nobody. No, call them out, go get them, be a dragon and whoop ass. Floyd Mayweather used to do it. Floyd Mayweather said, I want them all, bring them all. Give me Oscar De La Hoya. Y'all want to fight me. I want Shane Mosley. He can be next. Remember that? He used to say it loud and clear. This whole clout chasing shit is a cowardly ass conversation. Man, Shakur Stevenson can't even say nothing without Tank in his mouth. Brother, this is competition. Call them out, talk, whoop ass. Next. Boots was a part of that culture. That's over now. This is the Stone Age. So pick up your spears, pick up your slingshots, grab your fur coat, and grow out your fangs and your claws and get busy. Boots and them just walked Vergil Ortiz down. We signed our deal. You make sure you take care of your job against Lupin. You're next. And little Charlo, I heard he was talking. Then let's go.
Bozy Ennis wouldn't say for sure if his son Jaron and Terence Crawford would fight when asked about it. Instead, he praised Terence Crawford, saying that he had done everything in boxing and was now focused on making money. In his opinion, Crawford was one of the best players of all time, but not the best. When asked about Jaron, Bozy said that Boots is almost at that famous level, but he is still a long way from becoming that great in his own career.
Boots said in an interview the other day, I'm Jaron Ennis, I'm not Terence Crawford.
Right.
What do you see in terms of the trajectory of Boots? Do you believe that there's a possibility that maybe at some point we see Terence and Boots face off?
I mean, I really can't tell you that though, but you know, I think Terence doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? Get the money and get out. He done did everything, man. Terence did everything, man.
Do you believe that Terence Crawford is the greatest of all time? A lot of people say that after he beat Canelo.
I think Terence Crawford is great. One of the
greatest of all time?
I say one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest.
Your son, Jaron Ennis, is he one of the greatest?
He's on his way. He's on his way to be great.
Because Jaron Ennis beat Wisma Lima so badly, he is now focusing on Vergil Ortiz to become the best boxer in the 154-pound division. Ennis swore, 154 is mine. And then he called out all the winners in that group. If the fight with Vergil Ortiz goes through, who will be the real bad guy in the division? Tell us in the comments. Do you want to back Ortiz or Ennis? Don't forget to like and follow to get more boxing news.